Fuck off. They're in the world, oh, you're a monster, you're a Nazi, you're a racist, you're a xenophobe. Be kind. Fuck off, be kind. I didn't live 41 years of my life working hard, dragging myself up from a working class family to get where I am, to pay this tax. And my thanks is to be name called, have my car bashed in, groped, mugged, outpriced from the housing market. Fuck off. That's how I feel. That's how a lot of people out there are feeling.
I've had enough of hearing the word racist and racism, because whenever you get a celebrity in a Prada dress and a Gucci handbag banging on about racism, they are the ones joining with a cultish, fascistic, censorial word being used to create a force field around people who really do horrible things. The word racist has become a tool of oppression by the elites to silence other people into not complaining about left-wing policies. The word racism is the same word that enabled Pakistani men to groom 250,000 white girls, dehumanize them, sexually assault them, abuse them, rape them, do some of the most awful things to innocent little girls that are imaginable. They knew they could hide behind this celebrated word of racism on the left. And so, do you know what I figured? Racism itself is racist. Let me break this down. I repeat, racism is racist. Let's talk about slavery, shall we? Because this is constantly used as the stick by which to bash the West. Things that happened 500 years ago, and yet there is slavery today, isn't there? Oh, there's plenty of it. It's thriving. Where are the complaints about that? Well, according to the Global Slavery Index, the countries where slavery is most prevalent are places like North Korea, Eritrea, Saudi Arabia, Turkey, Tajikistan, United Arab Emirates, Afghanistan, Kuwait. Where is it least prevalent? Oh, look! Basically, the entire top 10 of countries that don't have slavery are Western, white, European countries. Switzerland, Norway, Germany, Netherlands, Sweden, Denmark, Belgium, Ireland, Finland. And, according to the same Global Slavery Index, do you know which country is doing the most to address slavery? The United Kingdom. So perhaps concern yourself with that before you start banging on about things that happened 5 years ago.
Alex Phillips just delivered a bold and unmissable message to the Labour leader after he once again tried to paint ordinary, patriotic Brits as racists. And she didn't hold anything back. She spoke directly, with no sugarcoating, no dodging the issue, and no apologies. In fact, she made it perfectly clear what she thinks of Starmer and his team, and told them exactly where they stand. And the reaction? A huge number of viewers are fully on her side. In just a moment, we'll show you the full clip. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel so you don't miss it and can continue supporting independent political commentary like this. Take a look.
This is a speech that was made decades ago, frankly.
And led to violence in our streets. There were racist murders that took place. You know, it had consequences. He was kicked out of the party.
We can find parallels all the time.
And
something someone says today and something someone may or may not have said before, and whether or not that was intentional. I just think it's a huge distraction technique, and it adds to what has compacted the whole conversation over immigration.
Calling racism a distraction tactic is highly offensive.
Hold on, I'm not saying racism is distraction tactic. No, Zara, what I'm saying
is racist.
What I'm saying, it's not racist. How is the language racist?
So saying migrants...
The word migrant is racist?
No, migrants are strangers in a society. We are becoming an island of strangers.
But why is that racist? Explain to me what about that is hateful about somebody's colour of skin. Where there were still jobs, we gave them to other men from other countries because they cost less. So instead, we gave our men benefits. We took their dignity and their ability to provide for their families and replaced it with a handout. We robbed them of all opportunity and also robbed opportunity from their kids too. Their kids who now have kids of their own. We told them they can't make their jokes anymore, not even for light relief. We told them that everything they were once loved for, and indeed that they loved, was now considered thick, racist, and out of touch. Wake up, we yelled. Get with the programme. Get woke, you Neanderthal. You've had it your way for far too long and you messed it up. It's only right that you are now punished. Your relatives enslaved us. You're a patriarchal beast. You fragile, overprivileged moron. When they now turn on the television, they don't see people like them. The songs they once sang are now cancelled. Nobody like them writes songs anymore. Well, nobody that would get a recording contract. We called them lazy after they had to make a humiliatingly necessary calculation that to provide for their family, maybe even give their loved ones a holiday from their shithole neighbourhood, it was better to not work and claim benefits instead. When they tried to tell us how much they were hurting, how they felt overlooked, using the only words that they had, we called them racist. They didn't get the latest memo from the overpaid London PR consultant about what language was acceptable and which viewpoint was allowed to be held, how to work the ever-changing system to fit in. Of course, they're slow learners, and they also don't have protected status. They're monsters. So they tried at the ballot box to change things. 3 times they voted Conservative because they promised to cut immigration. They backed Brexit because that would put them first for a change. They saw that those in charge who hadn't been listening for decades were finally made to listen. And oh, did they listen. They then did everything in their power to bully and to shame, to silence the voices of those men, to frame them as a threat, to intimidate them and censor them. And so day after day, night after night, they watched their towns change irreparably. They watched people from other countries being given houses and doctor's appointments, so surely it must be their turn next. Surely.
Now we want to hear from you. Do you think Alex Phillips was right to go on the offensive like this? Or do you feel her language went too far? Is Keir Starmer really out of touch with ordinary British patriots? Or is this just another round of political noise? Share your thoughts in the comments below. This debate isn't going away anytime soon. If you enjoyed this breakdown and want to see more clips, commentary, and no-nonsense political discussion, make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Stay subscribed so you don't miss what's coming next.